Okay, so in between all this, what role was music playing in your life? Was you just freestyling? Was you dropping singles? What?
For sure. So the first time I really did something with music was a class. I had the speech class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my
And you said it's your first time doing something with it?
Yeah, my teacher was like, it was like we had to give a story of our life, right?
College or high school?
This was in college, for speech class, and I had wrote like this little spoken word poetry poem, whatever. You feel me? It had to be like 2 minutes long. I want to say.
That's a freestyle, man.
Basically, you feel me? And I wrote like a little rap song, whatever. But I ain't perform like it was a rap song.
All right, for
you
sure.
feel me? Performed like it was spoken word poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And it made my professor cry type shit. You feel me? We was in class.
You got an A, nigga.
I got an A. But the thing is, he was like, in order for me to get a real A, I had to record myself.
What? Nigga, you just cried, man. I passed my whole semester, man.
He was like, can I record go to the library, record myself reciting my poem, and I get an A for the class because it was helping my GPA. My GPA was kind of low.
For sure.
So I did that, and he kept it, and he told me he done told me he done showed it to other classes after mine type shit. Just as an example of how your spoken word poet, how your speech could be or whatever, spoken word or rap or whatever. And that was the first time that I was like, damn, I probably can rap for real. And then shit, I said once after my OG died, I had to go move to Arkansas and live with one of my peoples for a year. I was just making music out there on some
Where in Arkansas?
In Jacksonville, Arkansas.
You know, I think Pocahontas.
I feel like I heard of that shit.
I was in Job Corps in Missouri. We went to a basketball tournament out there. I want to say we drove through some mountains, man, going up there.
No, it's definitely mountains in Arkansas and
okay,
shit.
for sure.
I done climbed the mountain, one of the tallest mountains out there.
Okay, for sure. I ain't tweaking.
But yeah, it was just man, this shit was boring as hell. No disrespect to Arkansas.
I'm already knowing shit.
I'm from
I was
city.
in Springfield, Illinois, and that shit was boring as hell, man.
And it's this shit kind of slow paced as hell, compared to the city. It's hella trees. It's really called the natural state because it's hella land. You get what I'm saying? It's a big ass suburb. The whole state is suburb, really. And yeah, I was just shit. I be getting high and shit. I wake up angry as hell every day. Damn, my mama dead. I couldn't save her. None of this shit. I got the schools. I got expelled from college. I'm trying to fight this shit. You feel me? College may be over with for me. All type of shit. And it was just I need to express myself. Niggas not believing me. I really did get attacked by a police officer on some, you feel me, mistaken identity. He forced me to fit a description that I really didn't fit. Because when it came to having the trial and the school board hearing, he even admitted that I wasn't wearing the shit that he said that I was wearing type shit. You get what I'm saying? And it was just a whole it was I was going through hell and back, you feel me? I had lost a couple of family members while I was living there. I done lost a couple people I knew on some school shit, on some, I locked in on some street shit, something busting jugs with them and shit. And shit, that's what really just fueled me to really lock in on this music shit type shit.
How you beat the case? Did you get a lawyer? Did you?
I had to pay a lawyer, yeah. So after my OG died, before she died, I had got back sent back to the crib. This was November 5th, 2019. This shit happened. November 6th, I get released right from the little county jail in my school, and then I'm back at the crib November 6th. They had wrote me a letter. Police came to my crib. It was 4 or 5 police officers with the sheriff or the police department, whatever, from my school campus, and they told me I gotta grab all my shit that I could take and leave. I can't be on school property no more. You feel me? And my crib really wasn't on property, but it was a part of the school property, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So from there, I was in the city for a little month, got a little job. You feel me? I'm having flashbacks and shit. I started working at Planet Fitness for a little while. I get furloughed March 13th or some shit. March 12th, March 13th. It was right after my granny birthday. I had went back down to Charleston to go to one of my court hearings, right? And then the next day,
you gotta go all the way down there for court.
You feel me? 5 cells, 3.5 hours.
And don't let them people continue this shit. I'm sure you walk in, they continue this shit. I drove all the way.
Yeah, you feel me? And they study pushing it out. At first, I had a public defender, and the bitch was bad. She was talking about something. Just take it. It sounds like
that shit. That's why I asked you about a lawyer, because I just had a case, shorty, and he beat it. But I was if I wouldn't have a lawyer,
You probably
I probably could have got jail time. So
that's what they was on with me.
That's the biggest difference. Like that shit really matter. You know what I'm saying?
Public defenders are really sending your ass out the river. They got like 50 other cases. You just a number to them.
And they work with the judge.
You feel me? They work with the town.
They get the same check from the same place.
You feel me? So it's like if I'm your lawyer, right, and she the prosecutor, and you feel me, but we been locked in on something. I went to school with her and shit. You just another ass number to us type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. I don't really get no fuck. But my lawyer, I had gave all the evidence. Like my lawyer really didn't have to look up no evidence. I had eyewitnesses. I had video footage of this shit. Feel me? I went to the hospital for this shit. Like I had real whips, but all that shit. You feel me? Nigga beat me with a baton like 7 times on bro. He did me like George Floyd, like kneeled on my neck type shit. You feel me? I could have died, all type of shit. You feel me? So I gave all my evidence to my real lawyer, and shit, it took them a long ass time because they was just getting continuous out of continuous, trying to get like to see what they had against me. Nigga ain't had no body camera on, feel me? Which is crazy because during my case, you feel me, I'd say like a year into my case, the school had just got like some grant or some shit where all of the police officers started wearing body cameras. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, that's funny as hell. Where like the nigga whipped me with this baton and shit. You feel me? On some racist shit because he really knew who I was. You feel me? Why the fuck he ain't got no camera footage of them saying that I resisted arrest or I disarmed him? Because they wrote articles saying like I disarmed this police officer before he.
You disarmed his what?
White police officer.
You disarmed his what? His pistol? Oh, you'd be dead right now if you took one of them boys' pistols. If you would have touched that motherfucker, it's 100 shots in your ass.
They said I disarmed this man, G. And he even admitted to like I disarmed him. Like
man, your ass be dead right now, man.
You feel me? That's what they said, bro. Like, motherfuckers, he was hitting me with the baton. I grabbed that bitch. He tried to up-blick.
That's what blew him.
That's what blew him because he really tried to hip toss me and he lost his footing and fell on my mama. On Big Baby Gray, that's really what happened. Like the nigga really tried to hip toss me.
Not being affected by our weapon.
You feel me? I was mad as hell. I was just finna fight some goofy ass niggas type shit, and I didn't on something like.
They must ain't have no tasers.
Man, he had a taser. The nigga wasn't trying to tase me. He was trying to really overkill.
Hell no, man. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that shit was an experience, man. I'm just.
I always ask young brothers about their school experience, man, because you know, where we come from, a lot of brothers don't experience
don't get that chance
you
to
know
go
what I'm
to
saying?
college.
And what I hear, and it's not the first time I've heard like a brother going to a school and he had to face adversity. You know what I'm saying? To the point he transferred to a HBCU and he was like, man, it was a total difference, man. He like, I felt like I was at home. He like, I wish I would have just went there from the jump type shit.
For sure. I done been to like, I first went to EIU I graduated 2015, so the fall of that next year, after high school, I graduated, right? I went, my first semester there was horrible. I really wasn't even going to class. They was on some, like, they was trying to let me play at first, because I was playing DN and I was long snapping, feel me? But it was hella niggas in front of me on the depth chart for DN. That's why I took up learning how to long snap to be on the field. Long snap
always
open. You feel me? Motherfucker always needs somebody to snap the ball in front of him. So it was this white dude in front of me. His name was like AJ something. Shorty ended up getting hurt. He was talking hella shit to one of my homies, my homie Shaq. He was like, y'all ass ain't going 100%. He's like, I'm finna go 100%. Watch this. He snapped the ball. My homie, I want to say my homie Shaq, whacked his ass and fucked up his knee or something, right? So now he injured. We supposed to be playing Northwestern and shit. And like 2 weeks before the game, they was like geeking my head up like, yeah, you finna play, you finna play, you finna play. I'm like, hell yeah. They forced this nigga to play and red shirt me, bro. Fuck this shit, boy. This shit some bullshit, boy. This is not how this shit went in high school. Like, I'm really having a mindset of like, nah, nigga, like in high school, if you got it or if you healthy, you gonna play type shit. It's not like that in college. Like, niggas getting scholarships. So if they invest $40,000 in you for a whole full ride, nigga, you finna play, nigga. They gonna force you to play.
The other young brother I was talking to that went to college, he kind of is similar. He went to Purdue. He thought he was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, starting. He's like, he ended up going to the HBCU. Like, it's a total difference, man.
But I done went to like community colleges like here at Washington. I felt out of place though. I was in that bitch correcting the math teacher. The math we was doing in that motherfucker, I was doing it like middle school at my little magnet school I went to, because I went to like 3 different middle schools. I went to John T. McCutcheon.
I can't do shit but count money.
Catholic school, and then this Scholastic school Scholastic Academy school called Stone Academy. And it was like a magnet school. You had to test to get in that bitch. We was in that bitch doing like high school math and like seventh grade type shit. So I'm like, boy, the shit we doing was basic as hell. We doing geometry, all of this, you know what I'm saying? All of that like y equals mx plus b type shit.
Solving equations
and shit. And I'm like, that's the wrong answer. You feel me? And he like, no, it's not. And I'm like, bro, this is my answer right here. And then he did it again and was like, that is the wrong answer. You're right. And that had happened to me like hella times at Harold Washington. Like, I'm in classes with motherfuckers. I was in the class with this shorty. I ain't even gonna drop her name, but she was cool as hell, right? But she always had an attitude, you know, like you go to school, motherfuckers be loud and shit. So shorty was pregnant. She was like 20 and pregnant on my mama, not lying. But the bitch did not know how to read. Me and her, she can't read simple sentences like
how the fuck you get
the
your
red
high school
bus is coming down the street. She's stuttering on every line, every word. You feel me? And I'm like, bro, this not where I'm supposed to be at, bro. Like,
for sure.
Then I got my OG. I go back to the crib. She on my ass. What you gonna do with your life, Jakari? What you gonna do? You gonna make something in your life? What you gonna do?
What was your response?
And I'm like, I showed her ass. I went back to EIU. You feel me? I just let her talk shit. You feel me? That's your OG. Like, I'm not finna keep saying this what I'm gonna do. This what I'm gonna do. I don't like that.
No, I mean like, what was in your head? Like, I'm finna do this.
I'm finna get my shit together so she can shut the fuck up. I'm finna go back to EIU and try to graduate. Like, and show a lot of these motherfuckers in my family. Like, you feel me? I could do this shit. Like, niggas was really doubting me. Like, I got academically dismissed. One of my grannies told me like, I knew that was gonna happen to you, baby. And I'm like, this old motherfucker. You feel me? In my head, I'm damn, fo, that's how you coming? Like, you ain't have no faith in me. So after I left Harold Washington, I went back to EIU and stayed for like a year and a half. You feel me? I was a junior when that shit had happened to me. So I only had my junior year, and then senior year I would have graduated. You feel me? I had 2 years left in college, and that shit had happened. And I'm like, yeah, this shit really not for me, because if this shit happening 3 hours away from the crib, you feel me? If I go to a whole nother state, this shit could really be on some worse shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, I fuck around and get my ass lynched in another state. I go to a PWI. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just try something different. Like, the school shit just not for me. And I left it where it was at, like, you know. But I advise people to at least go to college for like a semester to see how it feel.
Okay, I want to say.
Yeah.